Hello dear student, welcome to new session of current electricity. In this class we'll discuss about potentiometer. In last class we'll discuss about voltmeter and ammeter. Now we'll discuss about potentiometer. In last class I'll give you a brief introduction of potentiometer, and potentiometer is nothing but an potential measuring device. Voltmeter is also a potential measuring device. Potentiometer is also a potential measuring device. So it is a potential measuring device. Potential measuring device. But yes, my dear student, potentiometer works more accurate as compared to voltmeter. That's why we'll prefer measuring potential difference with the help of potentiometer. Remember this thing, voltmeter is also a potential measuring device and potentiometer is also a potential measuring device. But the difference is, compared to voltmeter, potentiometer can measure more accurate potential difference or voltage. And second thing is, with the help of voltmeter you cannot find net potential across the whole circuit, but with the help of potentiometer we can find net potential across the whole circuit. That's why potentiometer is more reliable as compared to, dear student, voltmeter. So moving forward, see, as I already tell you that the good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is very high. Remember this thing, a good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is very high. So according to that law, we will construct potentiometer. Remember, I am writing here a good potential measuring device. A good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is very high. So according to that law, my dear student, we can make potentiometer. So remember one thing, we know that resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. This relation shows that if length of the conductor is high, then resistance of that conductor is also high. And we know that potentiometer is basically a device which is used to measure potential difference, and a good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is high, and resistance is directly proportional to length. So my dear student, on the basis of this law that resistance is directly proportional to length, as length of the conductor is more, its resistance is also more. According to this principle, we are constructing potentiometer. So write down construction of potentiometer. Construction of potentiometer. Construction of potentiometer. Construction of potentiometer. So my dear students, just check it out how we can construct potentiometer. Very important topic, potentiometer and its application. After understanding what actually potentiometer is, we'll discuss its application. There are 4 applications related to potentiometer. All the 4 applications, my dear student, are very important. So moving forward, we are now talking about construction of potentiometer. Construction of potentiometer. So as we all know that resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. If length of the conductor is large, then its resistance is also very large, and potentiometer is a potential measuring device, and we know about potential measuring device is its resistance must be high. If resistance is high, then it calculate, or we can say it measure accurate potential difference across the circuit. So see my dear student, In potentiometer, first point, in potentiometer we can use very large length wire, very large length wire, so that resistance of potentiometer becomes high. As we know, resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. So remember this thing, in potentiometer we can use very large length wire so that resistance of potentiometer becomes high. Second, there is one more device which is used to construct potentiometer. It is rheostat. So what is basically rheostat, my dear student? It is a device which can change the value of resistance. So when in device we need to change continuously, we need to change the resistance of device. In that case we'll use rheostat. So rheostat, it is a device whose resistance is variable, due to which we can capable to change the net resistance. We can capable to change the net resistance of circuit. So rheostat is basically a device. With the help of that we can continuously capable to change the resistance of circuit. It look like this, my dear students. See, it look like this. I hope you all aware with rheostat. You will see this device in your laboratories in physics lab. So check it out, dear student. There is a device in cylindrical form. It is made up of clay, and in this device lots of turns of wire are present, and there is a hook in this cylindrical continuously roping wire. With the help of this loop, section, you can change continuously. If you want to increase the resistance, take this hoop in this direction. If you want to decrease the resistance, take this loop in this direction, because large number of turns of wire are there, and we know that resistance is directly proportional to length. If you want to increase the length, take this loop this side, so that number of turns of wire increases, and if number of turns of wire increases, then resistance of device is also increases. If you want to decrease the resistance of the device, you can take this loop in this direction, so that number of turns of wire decreases, due to that resistance decreases. So rheostat, my dear student, is used in that case when you continuously want to change the resistance of device. So first, large length wire, second rheostat, third is switch. So in potentiometer we have a switch as well to control the flow of current. So third part in potentiometer is switch, or we can say key. Due to that we can control the flow of current. So with the help of switch, or switch is also said to be key. So with the help of switch or key, we can capable to control the flow of current. And next, fourth part which is used in rheostat is high potential battery. So remember, my dear student, for constructing potentiometer we can use high potential battery. Why high potential battery? Just try to understand this thing, why we are using high potential battery. See, actually potentiometer is a device which is used to measure potential difference. Let's suppose we have a battery whose potential is, let's suppose whose potential is 4 volt and we wish to measure the potential difference of this battery with the help of potentiometer. I am repeating once again, my dear student. Potentiometer is a device which is used to measure potential difference. Let's suppose we have a battery whose potential is 4 volt and we want to measure the potential difference of this battery with the help of potentiometer. So in potentiometer, 4 things are present: high length wire so that resistance increases, rheostat which give variable resistance value. If you want to change the resistance of the circuit, you have to use rheostat. Third is switch which controls the flow of current, and fourth is high potential battery. We are discussing why in potentiometer high potential battery is used. So I am giving you an example. Let's suppose we have a battery whose potential is 4 volt and we want to measure the potential difference across this battery with the help of potentiometer. So my dear student, as now we know potentiometer carry a battery. Let's suppose if the battery which is used in potentiometer is of 3 volt and you want to measure the potential difference of battery whose potential is 4 volt. I am repeating once again. If let's suppose we want to measure the potential difference of this battery whose potential is 4 volt with the help of potentiometer, and the battery which is used in potentiometer is of 3 volt. So the battery which is used in potentiometer is 3 volt and you want to measure the potential difference of this battery whose potential is 4 volt. So this is not possible, my dear student. So that's why we have we have to use high potential battery in potentiometer, because potentiometer is a device which is used to measure potential difference. If the potential difference of this battery is greater than the battery which is used in potentiometer, then potentiometer is not capable to measure the potential difference of this battery. That's why in potentiometer we'll use high value potential battery. So 4 things are there, very easy to understand. First, high length resistance, so a high length wire so that resistance increases, because we know that potentiometer is a potential measuring device and a good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is high. Second, rheostat. Rheostat is used in that case where you want to continuously change the resistance. With the help of rheostat you can increase or decrease the resistance of circuit. Switch, due to switch we can control the flow of current. And third, high potential battery. Remember, compared to other experiment, or we can say compared to other devices, the battery which is used in potentiometer is high, because potentiometer is a device which is used to measure potential difference. If a battery is there whose potential is high as compared to the battery which is used in potentiometer, then potentiometer is not capable to measure the potential difference across that battery. So remember, the battery which is used for constructing potentiometer must carry high resistance, high potential. The length of wire must be very high when we are talking about potentiometer, because resistance is directly proportional to length. If length is more, then resistance of circuit is more, and potentiometer is potential measuring device. We need accurate reading, then we have to increase the length of wire which is used in potentiometer, because a good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is high. So see how to construct the potentiometer. So 4 things are there. Now see, my dear student, I'll make the schematic diagram of potentiometer. So potentiometer look like this. We have a high value potential battery. Let's suppose the battery which is used in potentiometer has potential V0. a switch is there so that we can control the flow of current. And see my dear student, I am making this zigzag shape of wire. Why zigzag shape of wire? Zigzag shape of wire wire shows that the length of wire is very large. This zigzag shape of wire, this is basically wire, this is rheostat, this is the symbol of rheostat my dear student, rheostat. This is your switch, or we can say key. This is your battery. So this is basically the construction, or we can say schematic diagram of potentiometer. So remember, this zigzag shape of wire shows that the length of wire is very high and its resistance must be high. So rheostat is there, zigzag wire is there, rheostat is there, a switch is there, and a high potential battery is present. So this is basically construction of potentiometer. Remember, this point is very important, that resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor, and a good potential measuring device is those whose resistance is high. Similarly, a good current measuring device is those whose resistance is low. So I am using here potentiometer construction, in which we can use a large length wire so that its resistance must be high. So this is basically how we can construct potentiometer. Remember, 4 points are there: high length wire, high battery potential, switch, and rheostat. So 4 things are there in potentiometer. I hope you all understand now how to construct potentiometer. Moving forward my dear student, write down application of potentiometer. Write down next topic, it is application of potentiometer. Application of potentiometer. Next topic is application of potentiometer. Application of potentiometer. Next topic is application of potentiometer. And very first application is case first, or we can say application number first. Write down potential difference across a resistor. Potential difference across a resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit. Potential difference across a resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit with the help of potentiometer. So first application my dear student for potentiometer is finding potential difference across a resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit with the help of potentiometer. We have to find, we will just see in this topic that how to find potential difference across any resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit. Now see my dear student, how to find the potential difference across a resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit with the help of potentiometer. Now see, as we know, potentiometer carry very large length wire. Now it is not possible to every time make the zigzag shape of wire. So what we'll do, we'll make like this. This is our A point of wire, or we can say one end of wire, and this is our another end of wire. Let's suppose this is B, and there is a switch. Along with switch, a high potential battery is there, and there is a rheostat. So from now, my dear student, we know that the length of wire which is used in potentiometer is very high. We can represent potentiometer like this. We can represent potentiometer like this because it is not possible to make every time that zigzag shape of wire. So this is basically how we'll make potentiometer. This is A end, means one end of wire which is used in potentiometer. This is second end of the wire which is used in potentiometer. There is a switch. There is a battery, high value resistance whose potential is V0. There is a rheostat, let's suppose R. So length of the wire which is used in potentiometer is capital L. Now see, my dear student, let's suppose we have any unknown circuit in which there is a resistor whose resistance is R, and we want to find potential across this resistor which is a part of any very big circuit. Let's suppose 50-20 resistors are connected in circuit, and we want to find the potential difference across this resistor with the help of potentiometer. Try to understand, my dear student, how to find the potential difference across this resistor which is a part of any unknown circuit with the help of potentiometer. So first of all, we can write some configuration of the potentiometer wire. So let's suppose I'm writing here for potentiometer. I'm writing configuration for potentiometer. So let's suppose first point is, let the length of wire used in potentiometer is equals to capital L. Second, let the resistivity of wire is equals to rho. The resistivity of wire, my dear student, which is used in potentiometer is rho. Third thing is, let's suppose the area of cross section, let the area of wire is equals to capital A. Fourth point, let the resistance of wire is equals to capital R. Now see, my dear student, if you'll on the switch, then current starts flowing in this circuit which is basically a potentiometer. So if switch is on, then current starts flowing in the circuit which is said to be circuit of potentiometer. And we know that current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. So see how current can flowing in this circuit. Now check it out, my dear student. This point A is connected with positive terminal, and we know that positive terminal represents higher potential and negative terminal represent lower potential, and current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. Now if you are aware, then this A point is connected with higher potential and B point is connected with lower potential. Why? Because A is connected with positive terminal of battery and B is connected with negative terminal of battery, and we know that positive terminal means higher potential, negative terminal means lower potential. So in this circuit, my dear student, current starts flowing, and we know if potential of point A is VA and potential of point B is VB, then we know that VA must be greater than VB because A is connected with higher potential and B is connected with lower potential. So we can write VA is greater than, my dear student, VB, and VA if greater than VB, then we can write potential across the ends of the wire used in potentiometer is equals to potential of the battery, because we know that the net potential across any circuit is equals to potential of the battery. This is again a very important point, my dear student. Try to understand. The net potential across any circuit is always equals to potential of the battery, and here we know that A is having great potential as compared to B. So we can write VA minus VB, it is equals to V naught, and V naught is the potential of the battery which is used in potentiometer. A having higher potential and B having lower potential, so we can say VA minus VB is equals to V naught. Very simple. And we know that V is equals to IR, and R is nothing but rho L by A. So the length of wire which is used in potentiometer is capital L, its resistivity is rho, its area of cross section is A, and resistance of wire is R. So we can write here as V is equals to IR, so VA minus VB is equals to V naught, which is equals to I. Instead of R we can write rho capital L by A. This is basically configuration of potentiometer. As we know, the length of wire which is considered in potentiometer is capital L, its area of cross section is capital A, its resistivity is rho, and the potential difference across the ends of potentiometer is equals to potential of the battery, and it is equals to, my dear student, V naught. So VA minus VB is equals to V naught. Now try to understand what I am explaining in next part of this lecture. So see, my dear student, this is A point which is one end of the potentiometer. This is B point which is another end of potentiometer. And see, my dear student, A having higher potential and B having lower potential. What it implies? It implies that as we move towards B from A, potential is decreasing. Potential is decreasing. That's why we can say A is carry high potential, B carry low potential, A is of higher potential and B is of lower potential end. And see, my dear student, between A and B point, there are lots of points we'll get in between A and B. Every point between A and B carry different potential, my dear student. Remember, potential never decreases instant. Potential never decreases instant. Potential decreases gradually. Very important point. Write down in form of note. Potential decreases gradually. Write down in form of note. Potential decreases gradually. Potential decreases gradually, and as we move from higher potential to lower potential, and as we move from higher potential to lower potential, potential is decreasing. Potential is decreasing. So check it out, dear student. Between A and B will get large infinite number of points, and every point carry different potential, because between A and B, A is higher potential end and B is lower potential end. So we can say between A and B will get lots of points. We can say infinite number of points, and every point carry different potential. So this is basically configuration of potentiometer. So we can write in terms of potentiometer, we can write VA minus VB is equals to IR, and for potentiometer R is rho capital L by capital A. So VA minus VB, which is equals to V naught, is equals to IR. So V naught is equals to I rho capital L by A. This is our first equation. Now see how to measure the potential difference across this resistor, which is basically part of any unknown circuit. In this circuit, my dear student, let's suppose large number of resistors are connected, but we are interested to find potential difference across this resistor with the help of potentiometer. So see, my dear student, how to measure the potential difference. Step 1, connect one end of resistor with one end of wire. Use in potentiometer. And important point is, note the wire must be plain wire. The wire must be plain wire. The wire must be plain wire. So see my dear student, this is one end of resistor and this is one end of potentiometer. We have to connect both the end with a plain wire, and plain wire is having a configuration that for plain wire we can say potential across both end must be same. So what I am doing, I am connecting this resistor one end with potentiometer wire one end. The wire which is used for connection is plain wire, and there is a configuration of plain wire, my dear student, that potential across plain wire is same. So this is the point carry potential VA, and if I am connecting this point with the help of plain wire, then if this point carry potential VA, then it is but obvious that this point also carry potential VA, because plain wire, in both the ends of plain wire the potential is same. On the both end of plain wire potential is same. So here comes, I'll connect this end of the resistor with this end of potentiometer with the help of plain wire. Second step is, step 2 is connect one end of galvanometer with one end of resistor, and other end of galvanometer with jockey. See my dear student, jockey is an device which looks like this pen, this marker. So what we have to do now, we have to connect one end of this resistor with one end of galvanometer and other end of galvanometer with jockey. Jockey is a device, my dear student. So this is our jockey. It look like this. A jockey creates a temporary connection in circuit. Write down what is actually jockey is. Jockey create temporary connection. Jockey creates temporary connection. Jockey creates temporary connection. Jockey creates temporary connection in the circuit. So as we know, the application of galvanometer detect the presence or absence of electric current. Now see, in this circuit, if I switch on, then current starts flowing in the circuit, and one end of this resistor, we are interested to find potential difference across this resistor. So what we'll do, we'll connect one end of resistor with one end of the potentiometer and other end of resistor with one end of galvanometer, and the second end of galvanometer is connected with jockey. As I have told you, jockey look like this pen, and jockey creates a temporary connection in any electrical device. So now see my dear student, what we have to do. As we know, this point carry higher potential, this point carry lower potential. Between higher potential and lower potential, we have large number of points up to infinity, and every point carry different potential. Write down even in form of note. Write down note that the potential between A and B, different point carry different potential. So between A and B, my dear student, infinite numbers of points are possible, and each point carry different potential. Now see what we have to do. We have to take this jockey from point A towards point B. We have to take the jockey from point A to point B. So I am taking the jockey from point A to point B in next step. So step 4 is we have to take jockey from point A to point B, which carry different potential, See, my dear student, I am taking this jockey from point A towards point B, and between point A and point B, different point carry different potential. And we know that galvanometer is a device which detect the presence of current. And now see, in this circuit, current is flowing. So if current is flowing in this circuit, which is the circuit of potentiometer, when I am start to move from point A to point B, galvanometer shows deflection, because we are connecting the jockey with or we can say in that circuit in which current is flowing. So when I am moving from point A to point towards point B in the wire which is part of potentiometer, galvanometer shows deflection, because in this circuit current is flowing, and galvanometer is a device which shows deflection if current is flowing in the circuit. So I am moving from point A to point B, where different points carry different potential, in which A is maximum potential point and B is minimum potential point. So with the help of jockey, I am moving in the wire which is part of potentiometer. We can take jockey from point A to point B which carry different potential, my dear student. Now see, we'll get a point, let's suppose P, whose potential is Vp, where galvanometer shows zero deflection. I am repeating once again, between point A and B, we will get a point, let P, where galvanometer shows zero deflection, My dear student, we are taking the jockey from point A to point B. Between point A and B, we'll get a point, let's suppose P, whose potential is Vp, where galvanometer shows, my dear student, zero deflection. What it means? It means, because see, my dear student, in this circuit current is flowing, but still we'll get a point P where galvanometer shows zero deflection. So if galvanometer shows zero deflection at point P whose potential is Vp, it means now current is not flowing in this circuit. So there is only one condition in which current is not capable to flow, is the potential across both the ends becomes equal. So we can say there is a point between A and B where galvanometer shows zero deflection. That point, my dear student, is called null point. Remember, that point is called null point. So null point is that point on the wire of potentiometer, where galvanometer shows zero deflection, So null point is that point on wire where galvanometer shows zero deflection. So let's suppose P is the null point where galvanometer shows zero deflection. Remember, this is the circuit in which current is flowing, but still we'll get a point where galvanometer shows zero deflection. It means potential of this end and potential of this end must be same. Then only current is not capable to flow, my dear student. If potential across two ends becomes equal, then the current is not capable to flow across that end. So this point carry potential Vp, this point also carry potential Vp, because at point P galvanometer shows zero deflection. It implies potential of this point and this point becomes same. Now see, we are interested to find potential across this resistor. It is Va and Vp. This end and this end carry same potential, my dear student. So see, let's suppose the length of null point is small l. So I am writing now configuration of null point. So let the length of null point is small l, and we know now that null point is that point where galvanometer shows zero deflection. Let's suppose for length, if I am talking about length of null point, let's suppose it is small l. So length of the null point is small l, but see my dear student, this length of null point is part of the wire which is used in potentiometer. So its area of cross section and resistivity must be same. So if I am writing resistance changes because length change, resistance, let's suppose it is small r. So we can write small r is equals to rho small l by A. Rho is resistivity of the wire is same. If I am talking about null point, length of the null point changes, it is, let's suppose, small l, and area of cross section, see my dear student, the wire is same, so area of cross section is also same. So if I am interested to write potential across the resistor, it is VA minus VP is equals to I small r. So VA minus VP equals to I small r is rho small l by A. Let's suppose this is our equation number 2. We are interested to find potential across this resistor. So let's divide equation 2 by equation 1 now. Write down, divide equation 2 by equation 1. Divide equation 2 by equation 1. So I am dividing equation 2 by equation 1, will get VA minus VP upon VA minus VB is equals to I rho L by A and I rho capital L by A. So see, A get cancelled, I get cancelled, rho get cancelled. So VA minus VP upon VA minus VB is equals to small l by capital L. Remember my dear student, small l means length of null point, and we are aware with length of null point, that is that point where galvanometer shows zero deflection on the wire of potentiometer, and capital L is length of wire used in potentiometer. And we know that VA minus VB is potential across the potentiometer, and it is equals to potential of the battery which is used in potentiometer, whose value is V naught. So VA minus VP upon V naught equals to small l by capital L. So VA minus VP equals to V naught small l by capital L. See, VA minus VP is potential difference across the resistor. So this is how we'll find the value of potential difference across any unknown resistor, which is basically the part of electrical circuit. So my dear student, this is all about first application of potentiometer. Try to understand, make proper notes, because this topic is very much relevant to your board exam. So practice it, very easy. You have to follow the process. Every application is similar. How we'll proceed with this application, rest all application is same. So for next class we'll discuss next application. Till then my dear students, stay happy, stay safe, study hard. Thank you so much.